Hello, it's your girl Marietta back with another video. Y'all know, I read that I believe her name was Brooke Rollins was saying that the food stamp recipients are going to have to reapply for food stamps. And I want to give my spill on this. I really believe that in order for them to revamp the food stamp program, the SNAP benefit program, the EBT program, however you want to choose to call it, in order for them to revamp that program and to actually get it back on the right track, they're going to have to break it down and bring it back up again. Meaning that I really believe they're going to have everybody, what they mean by that is everybody may have to come in and recertify and reapply. This way they can put their eyes on you. This way they can evaluate you. And when I say evaluate you, they really believe that they're going to be able to put their eyes on you and they'll be able to tell whether you're able-bodied or not, be able to tell whether you're able or capable, because the food stamps, I really believe, are going to be issued to only those that are completely disabled, medically fragile to the point where they cannot function. And I believe they should be. I believe those people should get food stamps as well. And the elderly, your disabled veterans, and people that are actually going through in their life that really cannot work, that really cannot be able to be out in society, to be able to work a full-time job, a 9-to-5 job. So this is where we are now as a community. This is where we are now as a country. Right now, in order for them to redo the food stamp program, because of all the fraud that has been going on, because of all the able-bodied people that have been receiving these benefits, in order for them to be able to revamp this program, they're going to have to break this program down. They're going to have to start it from the bottom and bring it back up. And it may cause some discomfort. It may cause a lot of discomfort. But remember now, a lot of y'all let them know that you was able, willing, and body. You online shaking it all up and down. You up line building it all over. You up on the line talking about how you out buying hair and nails and PAN card payments and this, that, and other thing with the food stamps. And I think that right there is way too much. You know, done too much. Now, in order for them to get it back on the right track, in order for them to put it back in its right perspective and put it back the way it's supposed to be for those that are seriously in need, those that really need the help for a time being, I really believe that there are some single mothers out there that are working and working hard, and they really need them food stamps to help them get through while they're trying to rebuild their lives. I really believe that. But because there are so many of you that have been so disrespectful, and you got on these lines and you bragged about the things that you were buying that were not food oriented. You bragged about the things that you were getting, the way you were spending these food stamps, the way you were living your life. There's people out there that are struggling, people out there that are suffering, people out there that really need their benefits, and it's disgusting. It is disgusting the way you have handled yourself, and now you have to pay the price. Just simple as that. I hate to say it that way, but I have to call a thing a thing. We have to be real. I mean, you've got people out there that are elderly that could not even get food stamps while you up here able-bodied, shaking it up and down, throwing it over, bending it back. I mean, just going all in, bragging about the things that you buy, and bragging about how many food stamps they were getting, and then they cut them off because remember I told y'all that everything the devil knows about you, you told him. You told the devil. You told him. And you got on these lines and you felt that it was okay for you to giggle and laugh and chuckle until it wasn't funny anymore. And now it's not funny anymore. Now the whole system has to be broke down. I really believe that it'll have to be tore all the way down to the bottom. Tore all the way down to the bottom, and now you have to provide verification showing that you are totally disabled, showing that you cannot work, showing that you're not able to work. And I mean, I really believe that you're going to have to be seriously disabled in order to get these food stamps at this time. I mean, food stamps were supposed to be given to those that actually could not work, those that are elderly, those that are totally disabled, those that cannot fend for themselves. Those are the ones that need food stamps. Those working mothers that are actually trying to get up on their feet, that are actually doing what's right, those are the ones that need food stamps. But for those of you that are out there that are just have been abusing the system, you know who you are, and now we know who you are because you made sure that we know who you are, because you got on these lines and you threw yourself all around and you showed how entitled you were, and you talked down to the people that were working, you talked down to the people that was paying your salary. You really talked down to those that were out there working hard to try to make ends meet. And now you can't blame nobody but yourself. You can't blame nobody but yourself, daughter, because you did that. Now you're going to have to get up, and you're going to have to get up out of your bed every morning, and you're going to have to go make that money and make it happen and make sure them kids are fed. And I'm going to say it might be the same way with the housing. Right now we're dealing with them food stamps, and right now them food stamps have to be torn down, and that system has to be rebuilt. And the only way it's going to be rebuilt is you got to come to the table. Now you got to bring yourself to the table. You got to come to the table with verification. You got to come and let them put their eyes on you so they can actually see who you are, what you look like, how you're moving, what you're doing. And you may even have to go for a medical evaluation, and you have to get a job. That's one thing. A lot of y'all get on these lines and you literally cried. I've never seen so many grown people crying about going to take care of yourself. You are no longer, the government is not your daddy. That's not your mama. Some of y'all got on these lines and you cried like a little baby because you have to get up and go fend for yourself. Do you know how many people that are twice your age that are still getting up out of the bed every morning going to work a 9-to-5 job against their will because of the fact that they don't make enough in Social Security benefits to be able to support themselves, but yet they still get up? And you know how many elderly people have went and applied for food stamps and they were denied, while you young able-bodied people on these lines shaking everything you got, shaking what your mama gave you, while you brag about the food stamps that you're getting, and now it's getting ready to cost you. Now you got to pay the piper. Now you got to be ready to calm yourself down and get up out of that bed and go clock in and stand on somebody's job for a while till you can get some money to get yourself together. Oh, but the thing you say is, I don't have no child care. Well, let me tell you something about that. I really believe in this day and time, the government don't care. That's also your responsibility. That's your responsibility to figure out who's going to take care of them kids, who's going to watch them kids, where them kids are going to be. You're going to put them in a safe place, and you're going to go to work like a real mother does. Some of you have not been taught, and that's the problem. A lot of you have not been taught, and you laid on the system so long, and some of it is not even your fault. I can't even sit here and say it's all your fault, because it's not all your fault. Some of it was the system's fault because they allowed it, and then some of it was the fact that you allowed yourself to be in a place of laziness for so long because you were being handed something that kept you handicapped. It truly handicapped you. It put you in a place of where you feel now that you don't need to get up and go get nothing. And now they're saying that you may have to get up and carry yourself to work. And I'm really believing that, like I said it before, right now you might feel like you're on cruise control because them food stamps were handed back to you once again. But I cannot sit here and tell you that this is going to last forever. If you're asking me, is it going to last forever? I'm going to have to tell you no. It's just for a moment. Because right now, like I said, we're going into the holidays, and they're going to let you chuckle right on through the holidays. And then it's back to business as usual. Come January 1st, it's back to business as usual. Come January 31st, it's back to January 30th. We're back to business as usual. Now we're back to the grind. Now we're back ready to see what's next. And now, like I told y'all, we're making a list and checking it twice. And right now, you just giving the higher ups, the elites, a rest while they begin to come for you and make you stand on your own 2 feet to a place where it's going to be rough, it's going to be hard, it's going to be a lot of crying, it's going to be a lot of displacement, there's going to be a lot of discord going on. And I really believe that right now, if we don't buckle down tight right now, if we don't come together right now and realize that right now is when you need to start making a change for yourself, while you got these few more months of benefits coming in, and you may even get benefits for another year after this. Who knows? We don't know how long they're going to last. But one thing I do know for sure, they're no longer going to last forever, and you're going to have to prove yourself. We know this for sure. You're going to have to prove that you're entitled to these benefits. There's going to be no more you just waking up every morning feeling entitled. There's going to be no more you filling up 3 or 4 or 5 carts at Costco's and Sam's Club and getting on lines and shaking your tail and grinning and laughing about it. There's going to be no more that. Now you're going to have to handle business, daughter. You're going to have to get up and you're going to have to handle your business, because we really believe that the SNAP recipients are now going to have to come to the table, and you're going to have to revamp this whole situation. And you may get caught out there with none. You may get caught out there with a few, or you may just get thrown and kicked to the curb completely. This is just my spiel, and I just want to warn you and let you know and put you on notice. Put you on notice because I don't want to see you on these lines ever again disrespecting yourself in that fashion, to the point where you feel as though that if the government don't hand you something, you won't be able to live. You won't be able to make it. You won't be able to survive, or you won't be able to thrive. You won't be able to eat, because I done told you before, if they have the tendency of If they have the power to feed you, they also got the power to starve you. So you got to get up and you got to learn some new techniques of how to take care of you and your family. You and your family. If you have children, then you really need to listen. You really need to listen right now and begin to move differently and begin to put yourself in a place where you can be responsible and show that responsibility. Don't just say I'm responsible. They need for you to see that you're really doing something responsible with your life at this time. There's no more laying on the couch. There's no more just playing video games all day. You're going to have to show yourself to be responsible and show that you are really in need of these food stamps in this season coming up. This next season of your life, starting January 1st, 2026, I'm telling you, the ride is going to be rough for you if you don't listen and begin to move differently, because right about now you have to get up and go to work. It's already known that you're going to have to work for these stamps. Now it's to the place where the recipients are going to have to prove yourself to the government that you need these food stamps, because you may have to reapply all over again. If you have to reapply all over again, the stipulations are going to be a lot tougher. If and so you have to reapply all over again, you're going to learn exactly how it was supposed to be done from the beginning. It was not supposed to be something that you use for a lifetime. It was supposed to help you get up on your feet. The hard part about it now is there's a lot of jobs that's laying off. It's going to be harder for you to get on your feet. You're going to have to really search harder for jobs. You're going to have to really be intentional about what you do, because I'm telling you, it's really rough out there. There's people out there with high school degrees, high school diplomas, and college degrees, bachelor degrees, and they can't even find a job. They can't even get a job. So right now, we are in a situation where it's done for plan. Plan is over with. It's time to get serious. It's time to really get serious about your life. And if and so you don't know how to do it, it's time for you to pay attention and get up under some people that's already done it. Let somebody teach you something that's already done it. Don't get on these lines and start laying people out because they're telling you the truth, because the truth does hurt. But because we love you, the word says even God chastises who he loves. And we're not chastising you. We're trying to put you on notice, trying to give you some revelation of what's getting ready to happen here, because we can see further than what you can see up the road. We can see further down the road than what you can see up the road, because we've already been down this road. We've been down this road many a day. We've been lived in this era of time before. We know what's getting ready to happen here. We didn't already live through it. So it's not like saying we don't know exactly what's going to happen when they get tired of handing you something. Anytime buying somebody keep giving you something, even in real life, if I got to keep feeding you, I'd get tired of it too. I would get sick of it, because at some point I'd expect you to be able to stand. We feed babies until we get tired of that, and then they begin to feed themselves. You ever realize how when your baby get 1 year old, you start putting their food on that tray and let them pick it up by themselves? Well, this is what their government is truly doing to you. Now they get ready to dump your food on that tray for you to pick it up for yourself. It doesn't matter if you're working in a pickle plant. It don't matter if you're working in a crab plant. It don't matter if you're working in a chicken plant. You're going to get ready to pick that food up yourself, and you're going to be ready to make it for yourself. But let me tell you something. You're going to realize that you're going to love it after a while, because you ain't going to have nobody in your back pocket. You ain't going to have nobody telling you what you can eat and how much you can eat. You ain't going to have nobody telling you where you can go and how long you can stay there. You ain't going to have nobody telling you who you can be with and how long you can be with them. You're going to be grown. You're going to be responsible. You're going to be able to learn some things on your own along the way. It's going to be a good teaching experience, a good learning experience. And when you get done, you're going to love it. It's going to be scary. Anything you start that's new is frightening and scary when you first start it. But after a while, you'll begin to enjoy the freedom of being your own person and the respect that you will have of standing on your own 2 feet. You will realize that there are some things that are given in life, and then there are some things that are taken away for your own good. So once you begin to realize that you are old enough to be able to be responsible for your own self, you will understand that there's no reason for you to be able to have the government to hand you something you just was never taught to get it yourself. Now it's going to be laid out there for you to get for yourself, for you to pick it up for yourself, for you to be able to show up and show out for yourself. And once you do that, you will understand that there is not nothing that you cannot do. You will feel victorious. You will feel courageous, and you will realize that you are victorious all by yourself. So with that being said, I want to let y'all know that I love y'all. I thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate y'all tuning in, and I really love the way y'all are interacting with the videos that I have posted thus far. And if you have not subscribe to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel, and you will find that we like to uplift, motivate, and inspire over here, and that's what we do. And if you have not turned your notification bells on, turn your notification bells on so you will be notified when I drop my next video. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed and have a wonderful rest of y'all night.